All right, people, what is going on today? Love that facial expression. Today we're going to be talking about a hack that happened actually, I think it was about 24 hours ago. They first reported on it. But essentially, there were a group of unscrupulous individuals who went ahead, and let me share my screen with you, who went ahead and actually removed liquidity from Uniswap. Now, let me actually go ahead and explain a little bit further. And for those of you who do not know what Uniswap is, essentially, it's one of the biggest actually decentralized exchanges on Ethereum, and pretty much you can come here is to exchange Ethereum with any ERC20 token, or vice versa. Definitely one of the hugest ones, and you can also provide liquidity for certain tokens as well. So if you have your own token, you can actually put it on here, put some Ethereum as collateral, and then you can actually go ahead and have people exchange back and forth for your token. Now, getting on to the actual what happened. Essentially, they were again a group of unscrupulous individuals who went ahead and started their own flash loan. And a flash loan is pretty much a loan you can take out from a smart contract that ends after the transaction is over. So I borrow, let's say, $1,000, just to say, as long as I pay that $1,000 back by the end of the transaction, it'll go through. If I don't pay it back by the end of the transaction, it just pretty much it doesn't execute. So you don't. So it's like you almost never got that loan in the first place. Pretty cool. But these guys were able to use a USDC, which is another cryptocurrency that's backed by the US dollar, as collateral, and they were able to buy OETH, which essentially is an Ethereum put by the group called Opine or Opine. So it's like kind of like options if you're familiar with how those work. But from then, they were actually able to steal the USDC back. So they stole back the collateral after already getting the OETH that they took from the smart contract or Uniswap, and essentially they ended up with both. So imagine kind of putting your USDC down on the table and taking the Ethereum, but they pretty much said, okay, give me back the USDC too, and they kept both. And the way they were able to do that was actually through I guess you could say a fuck up in the smart contract, where I don't want to get too deep into it just because it's code, but there was pretty much a vulnerability that the team really didn't just notice. I wonder if they got audited or not. I should probably look into that. But either way, as a result, the Opine or Opine team went ahead and actually pulled liquidity. If we look down here, as soon as they found out it happened, of course, they pulled the liquidity from Uniswap and went ahead and issued a statement on it. Fast forward to today, they actually, or 16 hours ago, really, so it was pretty quick, they actually acted. They literally said that they're going to be reimbursing Ethereum put sellers, so the people who had their OETH stolen, who were affected by the vulnerability, or USDC stolen. But they were reimbursing people for the crypto that they lost, essentially. Which to me, definitely not the first of its kind, but I'm surprised. Most times this stuff happens because there's a lot of course, hacks and vulnerabilities or whatever in the crypto community, considering it's such a new space and there's all these new projects coming out, that I feel like most of them don't really do that. But it looks really good on them, obviously reputation wise. Kind of gives you that thought in mind, like, okay, if I get screwed on this platform again, maybe they'll pay me back. Don't think that way either. To be honest. But I think the reason why they paid people back is because they're in San Francisco, and I think they know that people would just lose it, especially since like in the U.S. They're probably not going to have that. So very nice to see. I did actually want to mention though, with all this happening, you would think, okay, well, another vulnerability, another hack, the price is going to drop, this, and that. Ethereum almost hit $400 today. Depending on the exchange you're looking at, it's actually already above $400. You'll see the 24-hour high was $407. So that's pretty nice to see. And Bitcoin is also on a rally as well. So it looks like today seems to be doing pretty well. Crypto is definitely on a rampage right now. Even with this hack going on, again, I think people are past the point where it's like, okay, just because there's a hack on an exchange, decentralized one at that, doesn't mean that it's essentially the coin that's wrong. Obviously. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Tune in for the next one. I think I'm going to make these videos more like market and news updated now, or related now. I think more people would rather see that, kind of like seeing maybe like the latest news or something big that happened and then kind of relating it to the price maybe. Honestly, I'm not sure. You guys let me know what you want to see. I'm going to kind of ping pong back and forth to see what works. But yeah, thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.